Hello, in this video we will see how to add a twist joint to your character without affecting your already made animations. So first of all, we will need, if you have a reference pose, to store it somewhere, just because we will remove it. So create a new animation, name it ref pose, and this will store your reference pose. So then I will delete my reference pose and right click on my mesh here and duplicate hierarchy. Okay, now I no longer need to see this character, so I will simply hide hierarchy. And on this character I will remove my eye case and my reverse foot. Everywhere I will add twists, just because my twist joints will be easier to implement if I can insert joints. And for inserting joints, I will need to break the constraint of IK or reverse foot. So once I've done this, let's go in bind pose and insert joints. So if you want to make practical twists, the best use is not to place them in the middle of your arm, but place them from where you will need to actually transform your posings. So for example, for the arm, I don't like to place them there, but here at the same position or something I like from the shoulder. Same for the forearm, I like to bend from my wrist. Okay, once that's done, I need to reparent my wrist to my forearm, since at the moment my wrist inherits from the joint I've just inserted. So click on your wrist mesh, then control click on your forearm and hit parent. So this will unparent directly from this twist joint, and you will be able then to control everything from the arm. Then I will do the same for the forearm to the arm, so select this part of the mesh and this part and hit parent. Let's do the same for the leg. So insert, and I will place it there. Then on the heel, sorry, the ankle. Okay, then reparent the ankle to the calf and the calf to the thigh, and you're okay. Then you will need to rename your joints. So this one should be named arm underscore twist underscore left, L for left, then forearm twist L, then thigh twist L, and finally calf twist L. Okay, so now if I need to position these joints a bit better, what I could do is select vertices that should be controlled by this joint. Okay, so this one, since I have a ball, it should perfectly place the joint inside of this. Same for the twist joint here. So so select your joint using the picker and not the viewport, since you've not skinned anything to this joint, so it could be difficult to select it. And then let's do the same for the thigh. So this one may be a bit tricky to get. And finally the calf. So now everything is centered perfectly. A good thing is to adapt. So the position in the picker, so it's easier to select. So what I will need to do is select my twist, then control and select in the viewport the arm or the forearm, and then simply move the arm at the same position, but it will bring with it the twists. So then I will place the arm twist upper the arm and the forearm under the forearm twist under the forearm. This way, so let's get rid of this. I will go back on it later. This way, if I need to select my arm and forearm joints, which are the main joint I will animate in AFK, I only need to click near this location. And if I need to reach the twist, I need only to reach arrow up for the arm twist or arrow down for the forearm twist. This way I will navigate through my whole arm. So let's do the same for the leg. So select the twist, control select the thigh, and then we will place the calf twist under the calf and the thigh twist over the thigh. So it's the same. Now let's go back in Paint and Check and adjust the skinning. So what you want to do when you make a twist is to basically split what's already have been skinned to this joint in two. So you want to have the original joint sharing influences with the twist joint. So select, just click on it, okay, and then right click in the skin atelier and select influenced vertices. So the second option. This will select basically every vertices that is influenced by your arm joint. If you have more joint sharing influences, you may see them in the skin atelier. So in case you see such joints, so maybe let's just fake it like this. So I will add a few influences, sorry, from the torso there. Okay, so I can see the spine here. And if you don't want to lose the transition from your arm to the torso, which happens when you have something organic, it's good to lock manually this joint here. Okay, often it will be the clavicle and the chest. So here, so I want just to select, sorry, this trick, select influences. What? Okay, sorry, just Control Z gone too far. So select the arm, right click in the skin atelier to select vertices, influenced vertices, and then you will select the arm twist. First of all, what you will do is add influences. Okay, just to specify how much of your arm you want to share with the twist. So basically I will go for the middle of the arm, okay, and I'm not gonna twist from there, just because then if I want to bend my arm, it's easier to select the arm and the forearm really next to each other, instead of having the arm there and the forearm there, or even worse there, okay? So twists are less important, so let's just keep them away from the main point, main focus point. Okay, so once you've done this, go over with the smooth brush and simply smooth your arm. Okay, and then you can simply test how the twist behaves, and it should be fine. Okay, for a very cool twist to manipulate, the best is to have a good arc displaying your influences, because you would like to, of course, twist your joints, but also at some point in animation you would like to make arcs for better motion. So yeah, aim for arcs. And then I will do the same for this part of the mesh. So middle click on this joint while I'm with the brush. Okay, so I won't change from the brush mode. Then I will right click in the skin atelier, select inference vertices, so it will select these vertices here, and then I will go down to my twist, add inferences to, let's say, this part of the arm. Okay, and then I will smooth. Okay, so let's see how it behaves. If I twist, I turn there. Okay, maybe I could go for higher values. Okay, cool. So of course, once you've done your twist, if you want to mirror these to the other side, you can simply select your twist and mirror them, so they will be assigned perfectly there. Okay, you will still need to reorder your picker, since new joints that are created will go down the list, but it's pretty easy to do. For arm twist. Okay, and I'm done. Just check if everything's correct. Yeah, so it's well parented, it's okay. So let's do the same for the legs. So select the upper part, right click, select inference vertices, go up with the add brush. So I always try to find a loop where I want to add half of the leg. So try to orient your view to match a line, an edge loop. Okay, and once it's done, let's go with the smooth brush and smooth. If your model is triangulated like this one, like e-LysE, it's better, if you can, to go with a quad version of your mesh. The quad version does not necessarily need to be to have the exact same vertices. You can have a quick rotopo, a automatic rotopo from ZBrush, anything you want, even a cylinder for this part, which could be perfect actually, just because the cylinder will have just one first loop and one last loop, and vertices will blend between both, and you will have a perfect twist. That's something I really used to do on my models, because I use triangulated models all the time for baking purposes, but it's really handy to just import a cylinder, place it there, skin it roughly, and transfer your skin from the cylinder to the leg. So, but we will see this in another video. So let's keep moving on with the, with the twist. So here, okay, I won't go much further with this one. Let's do the second twist here. So right click there, select inference vertices, go with the add brush, go on the twist part, and let's add maybe more. Yeah, now let's twist it. Okay, and when you will use the smooth brush, it will smooth inferences over all vertices you will go through. You may not see it clearly on the yellow part of the mesh, just because it's really high in terms of inferences, but it's still smoothing. If you go on the other joint, you will see this clearly. Try to have a nice gradient like here. Then select both twists and mirror them. Okay, so now you have made your twists. So maybe we'll need to reposition them. Okay, so calf twist, under calf, thigh twist, upper thigh, and that's it. So now we've done this. Let's check how twist works. So I've let these influences just to control the whole leg, okay, and my twists just follow this joint. They don't control this joint, but since they are at the same position, if I need to orient both at the same time, I simply have to control select both and turn them. If I'm in local mode, it won't work perfectly, so better to use either the middle button click or middle mouse click, sorry, or the screen space, which is the same basically. So okay, my twist allows me to avoid this kind of stuff. Okay, so it's really handy if I need to readjust my posings, and it's only there for this purpose. And also I can, of course, twist my joints. So for instance, if I do such things, I can also turn my leg like this. Twist will use the same logic from their parent joint. So if I've made my orients like this, since I've inserted my joints when I made my twist, it preserved the same orient logic. So if I select both joints, it will twist in the same directions. Okay. Same goes for the arm. So just click there to control your arm. Click up to adjust the upper part and down to adjust the down part. Okay. Even if twists are not implemented completely with Akeytsu, with Ikeys and reverse foot, you can still make some just to have more control over your animations. And trust me, it's really cool to have these. So don't hesitate to add them and make a beautiful posing with it. So once we've made this, we'll need to retrieve your our base animations. So first of all, we'll need to re-add our Ikeys. So select this part, which is the arm, not this part, which is the twist of the arm. So this part, then control click on the wrist, create your Ikeys and mirror it using the Skin Atelier mirror button. Then do the same for the legs. So click there in the knee part of the leg, then control and select the ball joint of your character. If you've made the little tiptoe trick, if you didn't make this and have only a single joint here, select the last joint and create your reverse foot. Then I will adjust this part. Okay, it's really rough, but it should be enough just to explain how it works, and use this button in the Skin Atelier to mirror your controller. Then let's go in animation mode. So hit convert animation, so it will preserve your animations, but you may want to retrieve your Ikeys everywhere if you want. If you don't need to retrieve your Ikeys on your animations, you can still try to oh, this one is really messy. You can still try just to create new animations, and it will be okay. Your animation should be preserved. Okay, so where you've put your red Ikeys, it's okay. They are still kind of red. Your posing are still the same. But if you need to retrieve Ikeys and reverse foot just because you need to edit further your animations, since we've copied the first version of e-LysE with a twist, we can use retarget function to ease the process. So go from the original model, so here it's e-LysE, to the clone where you have your twists, so you can see all your twists can be matched, and it's completely normal, just because on the first one they don't exist, and hit retarget. And once you've retargeted your animations, you should see quite the same animations, except for everything that uses the space switching function, since space switch is not yet transferred with retarget. So if you need to space switch, let's say the saber back to the arm, simply create a keyframe between two other keyframes, select the whole character, reset it. Oh, and from there, go on the reference pose, copy the reference pose. So maybe, yes, I will need to activate all my hammers. So go in reference pose animation, in the retarget from e-LysE folder, not the original one. Select all joints. Activate the little hammer here. Select all joints. Click on the hammer. Then hit Ctrl+C. Go in the animation you need to edit. So here it's my run. Activate the hammer on the all layer. Activate all hammer. Then hit Ctrl+V. So the saber is in the hand here. From there, I will create my space switch layer, so it will preserve this posing. Then I will go back to my all layer, hit Ctrl+C to copy this pose, and then select all keyframes and hit Ctrl+V. And then I can simply remove my keyframe. And this should be enough to fix this. Then, if I need to place the saber at the same position everywhere, I will simply need to hit Ctrl+C from this animation, go over, let's say, the idle, okay, create a new space switch layer, go back in the all layer, select all key and hit Ctrl+V, and that's it. So sorry if this tutorial was a bit long, but this is this covers how you can actually add twist joints without breaking your animations, and I hope you will make a good use of it. So see you next time, and enjoy Akeytsu.